This music to our ears. This truck is a gem. Look at that baby. Started like a new fucking Dodge. 6-7 for life.
She is tight. Just seeing if it's pinned. He definitely needs to again, if I break this, I'm committing to it did not break. It is reverse thread. So Joe, note for self when I reassembly. So you'll see that was a reverse thread. A little bit of coil helped a long ways. So this is where we get to start to see the inside of a turbo. Okay, got our two wheels here, guys. On the right, a few pounds, or no, I shouldn't say few pounds. It is definitely heavier than the one on the left. I do not want to drop this. Looking at it construction wise, they are pretty much identical. So the first big thing I see, and you'll see a small pitch diameter. Just trying to dial the focusing, guys. You'll see a small pitch diameter increase right here. So you'll see a little bit more spool out of this billet. Same thing, it floats down a little bit more and they actually come up higher. So that's how they're getting a little more airflow out of this wheel. This mechanical assistance. And right away, much easier. Now I don't want to get into the shaft because I don't want to break this. Which you guys can't see, I guess, in the main camera. Is 5 mils on the back side of that compressor wheel. You can see the oil flinger here, guys. That's actually a bearing there. Not your typical style of bearing that you're used to. Small bearing that goes one way only, and then you can actually see an oil retainer flinger ring to help keep that lubricated.
One eternity later.
Color change. So for those that have been waiting, and this video might pop out after the startup video, the turbo's back from powder coat. Rogue, you guys killed it. This is a candy teal. So anytime we pop the hood, that little bad boy is going to be in there. We have a little bit of cleanup work left on this turbo. I did a great job cleaning it. The only thing I did not do and take care of properly was where the outlet seal sits. So cue a bit of music. We're gonna do some cleaning. Oh, well, stop there. I just wanted to kind of quickly interject here. You're gonna notice that I probably totally changed days. I was doing some video review editing here, guys, and I noticed that the reassembly and the disassembly were very much the same. So if you're watching this for the disassembly, let me know in the comments below. I might do another video of just disassembly if that's what you want to see. I figured I'd just move straight to the reassembly. I'm not going to get super technical, guys. I had some mistakes. I just want to kind of get this video done and out. Kind of show off that, hey, this is how it kind of goes together. Pretty smooth. I just wanted to kind of stop here real quick, give you guys a quick update to what was going on. Yep, the Brodozer. But yeah, that was all. I just wanted to kind of give you guys a quick, hey, I know we totally changed from disassembly to reassembly. This is the turbo rebuild part 2, part 3 of this video, which is going to be just more of the truck going back together first start. That's going to be coming very shortly as well. I hope you guys enjoy. Watch to the end if you can. And if you like the video, make sure you like it, comment, subscribe. It means a lot.
Apply pressure, put heat on them. Put that 500 degrees on them. 500 degrees. Go dummy, go beast on them. I go beast. Go deep, I OD on them. I OD. Apply pressure, put heat on them. Put that 500 degrees on them. 500 degrees. Countdown, levitate. Going up, elevate. Watch me demonstrate. On time, never late. I grind, celebrate. No pump fake, hesitate. I've been scoring every day. Champagne Perrier. Since 9-3, been in the box, now I'm stepping up to home. Like straight out the sand lot, now I'm plotting on the globe. I work hard, I show love, that calm and steady growing. Got this far, I go hard.
Okay, so put your seals in. Sometimes, guys, they're going to be a little hard to hold on to with your extension on. Now, we're not looking to pound it away. We're just looking to get it nice and flat in there. I need to go one size up on the socket, guys. Some people won't use sockets. I have no problem using sockets. Light above you is going to make a difference, guys. And you're just trying to get it in nice and flat. I can tell you right now, I am not flat. You know, if we gotta try and work some magic, make sure it fits great, spins smoothly, awesome. Take, lubricate. It's a turbo, guys. The seals are gonna go nicely. There is no special parameter to that. Once it's in, it's in. You're gonna see them on this side. Okay, first step, don't forget this. I had to go back. I had it all together. So you're seeing this all again, but it means you get a better quality video. Make sure you put this sealing ring in, guys. It's exactly what it is. It's effectively a piston ring for between here. We're gonna put this back, slide that vein in, and it's gonna just slide past there. That's gonna allow that. Now, next step. This is gonna take a minute or two, but I'm gonna be better than what it was. Make sure these are clean. I got mine full of metal. They're slightly magnetic. Dip them in a bit of oil. And now we're going to just slide these into their notches. There's a couple notches. Okay guys, so as you can see here, I am hooked. Now you need to make sure your alignment's right. Push this through. Now what we got to make sure is that this isn't too tight. You might be able to reach in there. So if that is the case, pop your turbo up a hair, slide this down, give yourself some room. Don't pop it right out. This is your exhaust brake, guys. So once you are in, slide it down. So that's going to give you some more room to wiggle this shaft in. Once it's in, you're seated. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of trial and error, guys. Basically, we're going to push this out as far as it'll go, if it'll let me. That lets me go all the way out. And what I think is going to be is basically straight up and down right there. We're going to tighten this down. Now what we know is that the fourth tooth needs to line up with the outer edge. And if you hear screaming, it's my kid just having fun playing Animal Crossing. All the way. So what I think it is we are perfectly lined up with the fourth line. So, secret to this, guys, is a hole here. It lines right out. You can kind of see it. I'll try and zoom it in. Right here, this lines up with a hole in the bottom of the turbo, on the top of the turbo housing here. Slide it over. You're good. We have a working vane. Everything's in place. Let me tighten everything up here. You'll see me reefing on it to get it tight. Now on the 2012s, I had to do it this way, just the way the turbo came. And you're not trying to He-man it, but you do want this to stay 4 teeth in. 4 teeth. So that's basically letting your pitch on this move the way it wants. Next step, putting the rest of the turbo together. Okay guys, so I pushed the journal bearing in. And you oil the journal bearing. I'm going to put the other one in already. And then the biggest thing you have to do after that is getting the C-clip in, which could be a little problematic. We all know what C-clips are like. I'm going to try and use my tool, but I don't remember having enough space last time, guys. So I can't get my C-clip tool in there, but that's fine. We're going to just kind of get this bad boy in the flathead screwdriver way. And we're not going to jam it in. We're going to just be gentle. Remember, C-clips can fly, so in this case, keep a hand over top. Once you kind of get it snapping in, there's a little tiny lip. Just walk it around and then do the other side, grab it, and voila. Now, always do yourself a favor and make sure you pry out your C-clips. You can just, that's going to basically set them in, guys. Grab the 2 holes, walk them out. That is that for there. Next thing we got to talk about is getting your thrust washer installed. And that just sits on top of everything. And I'm just checking that it actually seated. Take your thrust washer, it's your one without any clips on it. And then you just set it on. And it's going to sit there. Take your new plate. And it's only going to go on one way. Oil everything, guys. Basically, there's a rotted out hole. It lines up it lines up with a hole here. This goes onto the pin, and it sits there. All right, next step. You're gonna put your second, essentially, thrust washer slash seal on. I'm gonna use my factory plate, guys. It's in great shape. I'm not gonna bother. You take this. I replaced the seal already. Oiled it up. And you're literally just going to press it in. It might take a little bit of work, but it will pop in. Might take a little bit of love sometimes, but just a little bit of back and forth and it will just pop in. And just like that. And then make sure you oil this side too. Next, the new O-ring. Slide it on. And then it only goes on one way. So what you're seeing is I grabbed the old thrust washers, which are used, and I'm sure it wouldn't cause much for grief, but if you got the new ones, why wouldn't you just use the new ones? Oil. Have you noticed oil on everything? This is a part that it needs to be very well lubricated. And it takes, guys, like, it really took me no time to get back to that stage. Extremely slippery because, well, it's oiled. And if you found me from TikTok, thanks for subscribing. I'm pushing myself to a whole new setup. I'm attempting to push this YouTube thing further. I don't provide a ton of content, but I do appreciate every one of you. And just having a hard time getting the new thrust washer seal off. There we go. Always replace with new parts. And that feels better already. Remember, you're just pushing it in. And it just snaps in. O-ring's already on. We're already lined up. Boom. Start to put these bad boys in. As you can see, they're Loctite already. And the smallest, one of the world's smallest washers. And there's an O-ring on there. SP Turboost again, hooking me up with the rebuild kit as well. Now these guys, I haven't really found a torque spec, but what I did find was guys go tight. I'm not shocked by that. So a little secret I learned too, if you're trying to locate a hole blind, start it backwards and then go forward and it'll spin right in. That's going to stop you from cross threading, guys. I would suggest before locking them all down, taking and making sure you've got them tightened down in a little bit. Now this is effectively sealing the inside, guys, so there's going to be a bunch of oil in there. That's why they say tight. I'm going to do a quick Google search, and if I find a torque spec it'll be on the screen. But I'm going to get these seated. So this kit did come with 4 snap rings. I could try and get the other snap ring out. Honestly, it's a snap ring, it's a retention. So I'm going to leave it in. It rotates. We're going to take the thrust bearing, put the thrust bearing in. Again, we're going to press it in. Now it should go in nice. Make sure you got your lip. Now snap ring again. This one you can't ignore, because if you ignore that you are not going to keep your thrust bearing in, and then you're going to have a turbo that's going to go, nope, I'm not happy. It looks like my snap ring or my lock ring, my picks have turned a bit magnetic, so it's causing me a bit of grief here. So that you don't see me struggling with, guys, and it's going to be hard for me to have a camera on this without some form of light, which is then just going to wash out everything that I'm trying to do. But what's happening is it's jumping right now, guys, and that's because I've got just too much going on here. Okay, once I can lock it in, should be able to basically squeeze it together, and then yeah, just like that. So what you're doing is you're taking and you're squeezing it together with 2 picks, squeezing it, and then again, like I said, remember, walk out the snap ring. do yourself a favor and turn it in place and see if it'll go. Okay guys, after your turbo's cleaned up, you're gonna see what I'm gonna install here now is the wiper seal. And installing the new one, it's very critical. You do not bend it installing it. So go across nice and easy at the same time and push it on. Just like that. Don't be rammy with these type of seals, guys. They don't like it. Next, once you're done that, this is the back side. This is the exhaust side. Just spin it in, it'll help seat it. And you're just pushing it in. That's all you're doing. And then once it sets, you're just spinning it. And that's a beautiful spinning turbo. It will plop in eventually. It's everything's back on. Sorry, I kind of skipped a step. Camera died. I was just working away. You're gonna take a 12 mil or a 10 mil, 3/8, and the set point with the nut they provided is 111 inch-pounds. Probably thinking that's not a lot, but you're not looking for a lot. So there. So once you get ready to torque, remember, reverse threads. It's for all you fine gentlemen out there that are mechanics. Remember, it is reverse thread. So you're going in the off position on your torque wrench. So it's a 12 mil on the wicked wheel that they provide. And that's it. And if it's tight like that, that seal isn't in. So I gotta go back and get this seated. Once that's seated, we can torque. Okay guys, I ended up finding this part. I was having issues torquing and I had installed this washer upside down. So if you're paying attention to the video, you'll see it. Spins freely now. There is no movement, which is great. On a difficulty scale, really not that hard, guys. I'm going to get back to putting this back together, and you guys have a good night, and we'll talk soon.